It's a pretty sad situation.
Very sad.
Mr. Palmer, this is your daughter, Vanessa. Vanessa, how old are you?
17.
And you're suing your daughter, Mr. Palmer, because you say that she left your home. And when she left, she took a car that had been purchased. And she owes you money for the car. You either want the car back or you want her to start paying you the money for the car. And she left your home under very unfortunate conditions. So I have a few questions, and then we're going to try to resolve this, okay?
Okay.
All right, Vanessa?
Okay.
Now, when's your birthday?
August 28th.
You say you bought the car, you say for her, but she was supposed to make payments on the car.
Yes.
No, he bought the car for my birthday and because I got a job. And he told me to tell my friends that I had to pay him back so they wouldn't get jealous, but he told me it was for my birthday.
Could you both come up here for a minute? Mr. Palmer, I don't know what could motivate a parent other than anger to bring their 17-year-old to court. I'm sure it's not the money, right? Because her birthday, this car was bought almost a year ago, correct?
Correct.
And for a year, you didn't pay any money, right? You seem to acknowledge that.
Yes.
So why now?
Because over the past year, I had been asking when this was the only obligation that I asked of her throughout the entire period was that I will get a car for you. She wanted a brand new one, but I was not going to co-sign
Which I would have been paying for.
to purchase a brand new car. Furthermore, going to school and working part-time, I really feel that it's not in your budget. So what I said I would do is purchase the car for her, pay cash. This eliminates finance charges. Also, you would only have to have the liability insurance, and I feel that it would best fit.
How much did you pay for the car?
It was around $900. Then,
So it wasn't an expensive car, and then it was in an accident, according to your papers. It took some
No,
fixing
it
up.
was stolen.
Or it was stolen and
Right.
it was trashed or something, and you
Yeah.
had to pay some money to fix it.
correct.
Step back, Mr. Palmer. Step back, Vanessa. First of all, Mr. Palmer, we're going to get to the emotional part of this case in a minute. How much is the insurance on the car, Vanessa?
$53 a month.
And you pay that?
Yes, I do.
And Mr. Palmer, how much did you tell your daughter she was supposed to pay you each month towards the purchase price of the car?
We had to establish, first of all, approximately what her income was going to be.
Did you have this discussion with your father?
No. No. He never told me I had to pay him back for the car. Whenever he was upset with me or mad at me, he told me I owe him. But other than that, he never told me.
Oh, no, that's not true.
What I asked you, Mr. Palmer, was a very simple question. How much did you tell your daughter she had to pay you back each month for the car, like an installment loan? Give me the figure that you say you told her.
I didn't give her a figure. I was somewhere around $100 a month.
That's not a business arrangement, sir. Somewhere around $100 a month. So for a year, she didn't give you anything.
Yes.
That's while she
correct.
was living in your home.
Yes. Of which I had asked her over that year, when are we going to start fulfilling the obligation that we had agreed upon?
That was pretty much when you got angry with her? She says it was when you got angry with her, when she
No.
did something wrong.
No,
You mean-
Your Honor, that was not why I got angry at her.
Why did you go and live with your father in 1991, Vanessa?
Because it was a better living situation than with my mother. She was separated from my stepfather, so.
Your father take good care of you?
Yeah.
Then you got to be 17, and according to these papers, you got a boyfriend.
Right.
And your father didn't approve of either the boyfriend or...
He approved of him until he found out he was my boyfriend, because he's friends with a neighbor of my dad's, and he says, "Oh, he's such a nice guy," and this and that. And then whenever he found out he was my boyfriend, he didn't approve. Actually, because he has a kid, he didn't approve.
He has a what?
A daughter.
He has a daughter?
Mm-hmm.
How old is his daughter?
6 months.
Vanessa.
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't have to bring coals to pilly on. Did you ever hear that? Vanessa. I was a family court judge for a very long time. Do you know how many times I've seen 16 and 17-year-old girls? Not all of them as pretty as you are. Tell me that they love a guy and he's got 2 or 3 kids floating around, right? Do you know how it sits on your father's shoulders when he sees his beautiful 17-year-old daughter dating a guy who has a 6-month-old baby? How irresponsible that is. How old is your boyfriend?
20.
20. And I assume he's a president of a bank or something. That's how he earns a living?
No, he was working until he broke his ankle
He was working at what?
in a warehouse.
And now what is he doing?
He broke his ankle, and now he's on disability.
So now we have a 20-year-old on disability with a 6-month-old baby. And you wonder, I mean, I wish, Vanessa, that you could take yourself out of your 17-year-old body and make yourself 40 for a minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because he knows, if he's smart, how easy it is to throw away your life when you're 17 and to make a mistake when you're 17 and you can't recoup. The woman or the girl who had your boyfriend's 6-month-old baby is never going to be able to recoup her life. Don't you understand? If he liked him, he liked him. Then he found out he was your boyfriend and he's got a 6-month-old baby. You think that there's something wrong with your father for being angry at that and for saying to you, listen, babe, I'm going to do whatever I can to see to it that you don't ruin your life. You're our mother. Stand up here. Stand up here. What's your name?
Donna.
What did you tell the daughter about this boyfriend?
She's dating him. She's not
Well,
marrying him.
I don't care whether she's dating him or marrying him. Didn't you explain to her what the problems are?
When I found out that he had a child, I was a little upset about that. Other than that, I think he's fine.
You think a 20-year-old with a 6-month-old
It's
baby
not
who's
my-
on disability is fine for your 17-year-old gorgeous daughter?
He, as a person, is fine.
Listen, there are a lot of very nice people. I have daughters. I have 2 of them. If my daughter, who is 17 years old, came home to me and said, I got a boyfriend who's 20 years old, who's on disability, who's got a 6-month-old kid, then he's not supporting because he's on disability.
Excuse me.
He still is supporting his daughter.
What can I do about
You
that?
can try to
I can
discourage her.
alienate
Just
her.
a second, you can try to discourage her.
It was a done deed.
It's a done deed.
That's
right. She's in love with him.
She's in love with him.
I mean, they're not planning to marry, to run off together. They both live at separate residences. They're dating.
You know, maybe if your
She
daughter had a
works, she goes
unified,
to
maybe if
school.
your daughter had a unified front with her parents, and both of her parents saying to her, this is a tremendous mistake, then maybe we wouldn't be in this situation, because I gather from these papers.
Clip 1 to 603. Via. At 603, the judge shifts from the car dispute to Vanessa's relationship and delivers a brutal warning about the risks of choices made at 17. Was Dad actually right? Viewer reaction. Viewers may feel shocked and divided.
from what you're saying that the reason your daughter left home
He
was
let him come
because
over.
you said, I don't want him in my house anymore.
She was thrown out.
Just a second.
He threw her out.
What happened, sir?
No, Your Honor, that is not true.
Oh,
That is
God.
not true. That is not true at all. When I stated that it is not in her best interest to see this young man anymore because of what we have been discussing was when it all broke loose.
So
She said, well, fine, then. And she said this in the presence of my two younger ones because I walked outside to kind of
No,
cool
he
off
didn't.
a little bit. That fine, then I will go live with my mother.
No.
That is
Your
not
Honor.
what happened.
well, you weren't
Well,
there. Just
you-
a second. You weren't there. So you tell me your version of what happened.
We were arguing and he was yelling at me. And he yelled at me to help my sister with her homework. So I did. And he was still yelling and I yelled back, why are you yelling at me when I'm helping you? And he said, don't yell at me, shut up or get out. And I said, fine, then I'll go. And he said, take all your, well, he didn't say stuff, but
Was it about Triana?
Mr. Palmer,
Tell her that.
that was a heated argument. You understand how that falls on a 17-year-old. You understand how that falls on her, even if, you know, even said in anger. If it was said in anger. But you were looking for a reason to leave the house.
no, I wasn't. He told me all the time, I can't wait till you're 18. Since you have to stay here, I'm gonna make it hell for you.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna make you wanna leave.
Is that what he said to you?
Yes, Your
Why
Honor.
would he say that to you?
Ask him.
Who are you?
Insane.
My name is Victoria, and he had told her right in front of me, well, maybe I would love her if she lived at a friend's house. And I thought that was very wrong.
I'm sure. It's very wrong. Bottom line is, everything was okay until you got the boyfriend.
Everything wasn't okay, but that just added to it.
I was under the impression that he was all for the boyfriend.
He let him come over to the house. He went with
It
us
was-
to my
yeah,
aunt's house on
That's where
Easter.
I got my input about
Well, then
the
what
boyfriend.
happened? Then there must have been something that happened. If he was in favor of the boyfriend or was not opposed to the boyfriend, he must have found something out. What did he find out? Find out about the baby?
About the baby. He knew he had the baby.
Right.
No, he knew that.
That's-
He knew
there
that.
we go.
Hey!
Thank
Excuse
you.
me.
Listen, Vanessa.
Thank you.
You didn't.
knew
You
he had-
misunderstood what she said.
He knew that my boyfriend had a baby.
He approved
wasn't
of
against
the
it.
boyfriend. He approved of him. I'm serious.
He told me that I could still hang around him if he got a court order with child support and did everything through court. He pays child support for his daughter. He does
Just a
everything
second.
right.
Just
he
a
told
second.
me
He can't
if-
pay child. Hold on a second. This is getting more interesting by the moment. Mr. Palmer, Mr. Palmer, just a second. Just a second. What you just said to me is, even after he found out about the baby, he said, you could still hang around with him, but I want him to act responsibly towards the baby. I want him to get an order of support and pay
He
it.
already does.
No, no. Is that what your father said to you?
Yes.
Is that what your father said to you?
He said that if he had a court order for child support and a court-ordered visitation, then it would be okay.
That sounds pretty
He
reasonable to me, sir. I wouldn't be so reasonable, I tell you that right now.
Well,
The reason he didn't go through court, he pays child support and he has visitation. They have a written agreement between the two of them. The reason he doesn't take her to court is because his family is totally against that. So,
You are getting yourself into such a barrel of horse manure. I can't tell you. And to see a mother stand there in an approving manner about this whole thing is, to me, bizarre. Mr. Palmer, listen to me, sir. All I can suggest to you, sir, is to keep your door open for your daughter.
he changed the locks.
She is, at this point in her life, making a tragic mistake. Tragic.
yes.
I will not be able to get through to her. You have not been able to get through to her.
Nope.
She's got a mother who's got her head someplace in the clouds somewhere,
Very true.
right?
Correct.
Right?
Very
But
true.
I'm telling you, Vanessa, you find yourself with a 6-month-old baby, madam. Your life is over. And you're a very pretty girl, and you sound like an intelligent girl. You sound like you probably do well in school. You have a job in addition to going to school, which suggests to me that you're motivated. You have a certain responsibility because you pay for your own car insurance. And I'm telling you, you hook your star to a loser, that makes you a loser. And any 20-year-old guy who's dumb enough to have a 6-month-old baby is a loser.
He's going to become a fireman. He's not a
He's
loser.
right now listen.
What?
Listen, gonna become a fireman isn't making him a fireman now. Right now, he's a 20-year-old on disability with a
It wasn't his
6-month-old
fault he
baby.
broke his ankle.
Listen to me.
This is
Say
him.
nothing. Are you the boyfriend?
Yes.
You the boyfriend? I would suggest that you keep your mouth shut. Mr. Palmer, I have to dismiss your lawsuit, and I'm going to tell you why, sir. I was really hoping that when I looked at these papers, I could get beyond your lawsuit and see what this was all about and maybe resolve it. I can't. I mean, I can't. She's going to have to come to terms with that herself, but your daughter's 17. She's a minor. And you cannot get a judgment against a minor because right now you are her legal guardian, correct?
True.
So if I were to give you a judgment against your daughter as her legal guardian, you would be responsible for it. Do you understand that?
You're suing yourself.
Be suing yourself.
Do you understand that? She's a minor.
No, I do not.
Well,
I just sue a minor,
listen to
you
me. I don't
sue the
know.
legal guardian.
Hey! She does not reach the age of majority in this or any other jurisdiction until she turns the minimal age of 18, which means you cannot get a judgment against her. You can get a judgment, however, if she's committed a tort or something else against her guardian. But you, sir, are her lawful guardian. So if I were to give you a judgment against your daughter, you would have to pay it. That sounds kind of stupid, doesn't it? Since you're paying anyway. Now, you can, sir, wait until your daughter turns 18. And then in equity, if you still want to, you can reinstitute this suit. But right now, you cannot sue your daughter. I don't think it was without some value, Mr. Palmer. I don't think that getting this piece out was without some value. I think that your daughter, Vanessa, will at least think a little bit. Vanessa, I have never, in the thousands of times that I've seen young women like you, in cases like yours, it's not unique, I have never seen one.
Clip 5 to 1710. VO. At 1710, the judge delivers his final warning. Vanessa may regret this relationship years later. Is this tough love or a judge going too far? Viewer reaction. Expect strong debate in the comments.
Of them where the woman, young woman, doesn't find herself behind the 8-ball. And you may be angry with your dad, but if this is all over the boy, and I gather it is, he's right, you're wrong. You'll figure that out in 5 years' time. Unfortunately, in 5 years' time, it may be too late, which is really what he's saying. And if your mother doesn't see that, she's got clouded vision. This case is dismissed, that's all.
A father tried to sue his 70-year-old daughter. The judge said he cannot sue her because she is married and he is her legal guardian. So the judge dismissed the case.